Christina Delia is an affiliate member of the Horror Writers Association, HWA. Her writing has appeared in Shadowy Natures, Unburied, the collection of queer dark fiction, Dark Dispatch, Planet Scum, the Ramones-themed anthology, Gabba Gabba Hey, The Grey Rooms, and Midnight Tales. Christina's body horror poetry collection, Guts, Lips, 55 voracious poems, is out now. Go for it, Christina.
Hi, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you, everybody. So this is the aforementioned Gabba Gabba Hey that I was thrilled as a punk rock fan to be a part of. And I will read my story. My protagonist, he just came to me. Like sometimes serendipitously it happens. So here we go. I don't expect anyone to believe me, but Mick and I were angrily dividing up our record collection, as is customary at the end of a bad relationship, when that thing he'd been keeping in the basement ran up the slat stairs and into our living room and bit Mick's head off. So I stood there staring at the now ghastly, uneven neck stump of my lover turned hater. Obviously, I was in shock. I'm still in shock. My fiancé is a dead man. I'm next. If a lifetime of slasher movies prepared me for anything, it's don't run up the stairs. The killers that hunt hapless teens in slasher films are slow stalking humans. This creature is a fast-moving mound. It looks like a cross between that ranting brain Krang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon and Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs. Yes, I'm a child of the 80s, and this is what I get for dating a scientist. I hit the venomous flesh-colored blob in its face, if you can call that regurgitated lunch meat a face, with a bucket. I dump a bottle of Bona on its head. I am meticulous about my honey oak hardwood floors. But as I wildly look around our living room for objects to defend myself with, I realize that everything I fretted about doesn't matter. Hardwood, my injured pride at finding out my man cheated on me, that sham the poets call love, they all seem absurd. How ridiculous to care about anyone or anything other than myself when this world is so clearly about survival. I spy a bottle of Windex next to the coffee table. Grabbing it, I spray that nasty sucker right in his big, solo, off-center, milky white eye. Its dark pupil narrows on me for a second before being temporarily blinded. It howls in muffled agony, sounding like if someone using voice-changing technology had their pinky toe hacked off. This thing has no toes. Tentacles? Sure. Weird body stumps, tumorous lumps, and mush. The thing is a gelatinous lard pile, but it has what looks to be toeless feet with long, pointy, coal-colored talons jutting out of them, like the devil made an unfortunate snowman in Hades. Those hideous puppies would shred a pair of canvas sneakers to bits. Hounds of hell, my dogs are barking indeed. As I am fighting for my life, I think about the hounds of hell, and if they too are going to appear and drag me down, down, down past the basement into a cosmic crawl space where neither God nor anything holy or sacred ever dwelt. The thing's feet stink, and it's not the usual type of foot odor that can be remedied with some baby powder. No, they smell like a cross between festering hamburger and feces. Is that the sickening aroma of rotting flesh? I close my eyes and swallow hard to avoid breathing out of my nose. It breathes on me, and its breath is oddly cold, but just as foul as its foot odor. I shake with chills and sweat, and I silently curse myself for ever allowing Mick to bring this work project into our home. It's harmless. It's science, he laughed, and I just shrugged. What did I know? I wasn't the scientist in the room. The scientist in the room had lost his head. I aim to keep mine, so I push past the behemoth. Oh God, I touched it, my fingers, and run like my life depends on it down the basement stairs like a demon's chasing me. It does. It is. I don't know if the monster sees where I'm headed, but I have no doubt that it can sniff me out with those flared nostril cavities. The vomit goblin. I have never used that phrase before, but wow if it isn't accurate. It looks like Sloth from the Goonies had a baby with an ass pick. The basement is pitch blackness. That's why I refuse to paint down here. I need natural light. I slump shaking on the side of a wardrobe that I wish could transport me to Narnia. I'm a proud gay man, and I'm not going to hide in a closet. I have come too far in my life. I have to kill this thing. I can discern that it's moving around overhead. It was so fast when it was slurping Mick's skull, but now it sounds like it's moving slowly, dragging something. I taste bile, and I know it's dragging Mick's body. Why? Is it a trophy? My dad was a deer hunter. My mom liked to stick pins in butterflies. She amassed quite a collection. I never hurt anyone or anything except for myself. Maybe it's because I was raised by parents who like to hunt down and trap other living things, but I've spent most of my life stuck in bad relationships. I had thought that Mick was different. He had a great career and he seemed to love me back. Things changed when he brought that thing home from the research lab. It was so small then, the size of my mother's breast cancer tumors before her mastectomy. Yes, she had shown them to me. Yes, she had cried in my arms. I was a caring son. I can be strong for other people when they need me, but I couldn't stay in that house in the wilderness where my dad kept sneering, I know what you are. I know what I am too, a good person, a survivor. But it would be nice sometimes to have someone to hold on to. Like the distance between Mick and me, like Ma's malignant masses, the thing that Mick brought home grew. At first he'd said, James, you're imagining things, but I wasn't. That's what he said about his affair too, until I caught him in bed with Gray from the gym. Jimbo, you can watch, Gray had laughed, and I stood there stupidly. I feel like I'm so good at that, remembering how I thought his name was Gary and how I didn't like him when we first met. I'm usually spot on about people, except my lovers. I have terrible taste in men. Sexy intellectuals with Oscar Wilde wits who take me to the opera and hand me rose-colored glasses. All of the operas Mick took me to were tragedies. I should have known. That's it. Thank you.